don't need the right relationship. In case we haven't met yet, I'm Jess Go. I'm the sole founder of Life in Confidence. Have you ever found yourself being in a relationship that you're like, oh my God, this is a married person that I'm with, or that we're both in a relationship and we're both attracted to one another and we want to take it further, but it feels wrong? This matrix creates this conditioning around how we should show up when it comes to love and relationships, in this patriarchal perfection where you have to be single and that person has to be single in order for you both to have a relationship, a romantic, intimate relationship. And so I have deeply been ingrained by this system as well, until I've met my beloved last year. And what has transpired for me is that love shows up in ways that you least expect it. And I wasn't looking for love, and I was just focusing on my work. And through the focus of my work, I met him. And I met him online. And he wanted to build a relationship with me before we could be in a business partnership. And I didn't think too much of it and just focus on building a professional relationship with him. And as we get to know each other, the bond that we have for one another and the level of vulnerability becomes stronger and deeper. That has been so incredibly profound, where I've never experienced this level of openness and depth with a man before. And a man who is so heart-centered, so spiritual, and at the same time, he was in a marriage. And it was conflicting for him, but also it felt right for him to move towards me. And with that in mind, it brought up a lot of triggers of my conditioning of what a relationship should be and how we both should show up, we should both be single, and all of these things, right? And feeling shame and guilt, hold on, this is not right for both of us. And through this process of breaking away from this patriarchal conditioning of how a relationship should be and how to attract it, it's not the way it should be, because we are all human beings. We all have instincts, we all have intuition. And when someone is in a marriage, it doesn't mean they're fulfilled or happy in it if both partners are not committed to making it work. And so I could see with this particular man that he felt his needs were not fulfilled by his partner, and that he was craving to be desired by women outside of the marriage, seeking validation emotionally and sexually. And what I've learned from this experience was to never judge a person or label a person if they're a slut or a dog, because there's needs that hasn't been met. And the easiest way is to get it through sex, because that creates the intimacy of love through the sex, and it creates that bonding. And so this creates a sex addiction. So once we understand the person before labeling that person's a player, a dog, a slut, a hoe, whatever it is, that's all patriarchal conditioning, because it's suppressing our needs and desires for love in ways that seems unconventional or polyamorous. because we've been shut down and programmed to operate in this patriarchal perfection that love and sex has to be clean, in a rigid and idealistic way. So what I've discovered from this experience with this beautiful man is that he made a powerful decision and exit the marriage to be with me. And it wasn't an easy decision for him, because he had to really trust the healed, healthy feminine to let go of security and comfort and what he knows, to take a chance on me and creating our lives together that is far more magical and mystical beyond what he has ever experienced in his marriage and previous lovers and women. Through this experience, we are so deeply connected on so many different levels, where we share the same vision for life, values, and the way we want to live. And this opportunity of divine love wouldn't have occurred if I didn't allow myself to be open to this experience, and for him as well, and for this to be beneficially mutual for both of us. And since he's been in a beautiful divine relationship, we've been working with different healers and going into tantra trainings together to dive deeper in uncondition our programming of love, and to meet each other where we're at from a place of spirit, to really embody and embrace more of this divine love in our spiritual, sexual, emotional, physical, psychological experience of a relationship. And I have no shame around how it unfolded and how it came about, because I truly believe that by fate we were meant to meet, we were meant to be, and it just happened to unravel the way it did. And I believe this happened because of karma from previous lifetimes that we've shared, as well as the life lessons that he and I had to learn to step up, more so for him to step up into becoming more and more of this beautiful heart-centered man. And since being together, exclusive, he has no desire to seek other women sexually, emotionally. And I remember when we went to the Tantra soulmate training together, you had to pick a different partner that isn't your partner, whether it's the same sex or opposite sex. And he deliberately chose the same sex because he was not interested in being partnered up with the opposite sex as a partner for this particular exercise. And I was just really in so much joy and also surprise that he made that powerful choice for himself. And I also remembered one time where I could see he was acting quite shy and flirty with a friend that he introduced to me in a cafe, and she was very young, very cute, very feminine and shy, and I was just observing his behavior from a place of detachment, and I just found it so amusing how he showed up. And I said to him, I can tell you have a crush on her. And he says, I'm so grateful that you can see that, and you know, she's way too young for me. I wouldn't even go there with her. But I just really admire her essence of who she is. And I can really see that from my heart, from discernment. I can see that. That's why I wasn't jealous. I wasn't attached. I wasn't triggered. I didn't feel insecure. I could just observe how his inner child wants to be seen and noticed by the feminine. So it's been such an incredible experience for both of us coming together, where we can both feel secure, not anxious or avoidant in the relationship. And this relationship has opened up so many doors for me in all areas of my life, if I didn't choose him and the path we're about to embark on together. So, my loves, you know, you might be thinking, you know, did I think about the other woman? I definitely did. I definitely did. And then until the feelings kept getting stronger and stronger, and we could not deny our feelings for each other anymore, and really face the truth that we both had to admit to ourselves and stop denying to ourselves what we actually desired and wanted, and how are we going to make that happen. And that process wasn't an easy process, especially for him and what he had to go through with his ex-partner. But it was definitely worth it, because we wouldn't have this incredible, sacred, divine union relationship where it's just so easy to be one another, where things are so in flow and in alignment. And if there's a disagreement or a trigger, we're able to resolve it very quickly, and as adults, and how we can support one another when it happens again, or how can we do things better when that happens again. So I truly believe that discovering love is fate. You can't control it. Love moves through you. And if it's meant to be when it's meant to be, at the right timing. There's no need to rush it, because it's all in the divine planning and timing of how your soulmate is meant to come up for you. So I really hope you got something out of this incredibly vulnerable, open, and authentic share for me, that I've been holding myself back for such a long time, because I wanted to wait for the right time to share this and to protect the privacy of my partner as well and his journey. And that this transmission that I'm sharing with you is opening up some truths about love for you, to let go of the programming of how love should show up and should be. And that love is simply just fate. It's destined. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And it will come when you are in a great place with yourself. Or not. So if you got something out of this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give this video a like, comment below, and share it with your loved ones who need to hear this. And if you like to dive deeper with me in healing your conditioning around love, I invite you to join me for my full moon inner child healing circle via Zoom, which you can click on the link below in the video description to register and join me live. And I also have my full moon past life trauma clearing circle if you feel called to do some karmic clearing that you've inherited from your previous lifetime into this incarnation. And you can also click on the link below to register and book your spot in via Zoom. And I am also running my Transforming Trauma weekend workshops in Sydney, Adelaide, Tokyo, and London. as well as my conscious relationship weekend workshops in Sydney, Adelaide, Tokyo, and London. So please check this out if you are so drawn to experience a transformation, a shift, an alignment with your being. And you'll find more details of the experiences there. If you feel you need to be on a payment plan, or you need to book, or if you have inquiries if this is right for you, please book a free clarity call with me on Zoom so I can support you and let you know if this is right for you or not. So there you have it, my love. May this serves you for your highest good, and that love isn't conditional. Love isn't coming from a place of projections and distortions and perfections. Love is destined for you because love is who you are. And it's not until you discover the divine love within yourself, you will be able to discover that in another. May this message serves you. Namaste.